Hello, my sewing friends. I'm Jen, and this is my BFF Trish.
Hi.
And this is Friday Sews, when we talk about sewing and life. And if you want to find all kinds of people who talk about it, like Trish, then just click on the hashtag and filter your results by upload date. And that'll give you all kinds of people that do it. And while you are clicking on that hashtag, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of mine. Okay, let's talk about sewing. I was gonna come up and visit Trish. It ended up that I was gonna have to come up the weekend after the weekend, I thought, and she said, just come up for the entire week. And I said, okay, because you do not say no to an offer like that. You do not say no. Well, this ended up being on Friday the 4th, and there is a 4th of July sale at our favorite fabric shop in Orlando called the Fabric Studio. And we had been to a previous July 4th sale, I think it was a couple of years ago, and oh my gosh, they have the best quality fabrics. So we couldn't pass it up. Everything was 40% off, and so, you know, I went in knowing that linen was going to be expensive. And actually, it wasn't as expensive as I thought. I don't think I paid more than $20 a yard for any of the things that I got. I think I got close, but that was my limit, and it worked out. So let me show you what I got. This is linen. Oh, look at she got a bunch of cotton lawn and you know, rayon, and I got linen. Look at this. Let me just do this. Look at this. Look at this. How gorgeous. It's
so pretty.
I saw it. You saw it. I
I
think you saw it first. And it just feels amazing.
It does.
And it's 100% linen, I think.
Yeah.
Some of them were linen and viscose, but I think this was all linen. So, gorgeous. Just the colors in it and the drape is just, stop drooling.
I can't wait to see what you make out of that.
I have no idea what I will make with
so
this,
gorgeous.
but it's going to be gorgeous. And then I got, I know. Then I got this. I didn't get very much, actually. This is just a pink twill, but it's got lycra in it. So it's a cotton lycra. And I just really like it for pants. It's a bottom weight, so it doesn't have, you know, the drape that a top weight, what do you call that, you know, would have. But it's just a baby pink, like a cotton candy pink, and see how much stretch it's got. So perfect for a pair of, not capri pants, probably cropped pants. And I made up a white pair recently, and that pattern works well. So now that I figured out how to fit pants, I thought,
those pants looked like store-bought from a fine store. They look like they were bought from a fine store. So she's got the fit going on.
Yeah, I figured out that fit thing. So these are going to make some nice pants. And then I got this linen. I saw
my favorite.
Now this is like a tissue weight. See, it's very sheer. You can see right through it. But
this color.
Oh my gosh! Look at this color. It's like a mint green. It looks kind of aqua in the store, but it's not. It's a mint green, and I just it was so light, so airy,
buttery. Oh my gosh!
So I got a couple of yards of this, and I thought, you know, I'll just make a top to go with my fabulous white pants. So this is the last one. This is the best one. I think this is, actually, I think that other one is a linen viscose blend.
Oh, okay, because this is all linen.
It is?
Yeah.
Really? It's really pretty linen.
It's gorgeous.
Who cares what it's made of? It's linen. I do know
gorgeous.
that it is linen, but look at this print. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. What else can I say? Look at this. How many more times can I say that? It's pink with some dark rose and a little bit of peach. Just pink. It's a lot of pink. But it's, I think, maybe a shirt dress, but I don't know. I don't want to break this print up very much.
Right.
Isn't that funny? You start looking at prints and then you go, well, I don't want to cut it up with a lot of princess seams and a lot of, that kind of thing. But the all over look of it is just
so
stunning.
Gorgeous. How
the
much
stuff
of this
is stunning.
did you get?
I got, I think 3
Feels
yards.
like a lot. Yeah.
I think 3 yards. Yeah. It was 3 yards. That's my fabric. Now I did go to we went to Hobby Lobby and we got a couple more things. So I'll save those for a pattern haul video because I have so many patterns to show you and I did not want to take time to go through them right now. But I will move on into life. Well, life for me has been fabulous because I was, like I say, I was going to come up here just for a long weekend. And then when the plans changed for my husband, I have to drive back and pick him up. And it's on the way home. And so that's what I was going to do, just come and spend a long weekend. But when she said spend the whole week, I thought, can I do that? And then I thought, what else do I have to do in my life? My life is so easy to rearrange. And I travel all the time. So we have been busy. Let me go down the list of things, some of the things that we've done. First of all, her mom is one of my favorite people in the world. Her name is Faye, and I love Faye. I'm so glad to get to see her. Not as glad as I am to see Trish, but I'm always glad to see Faye. And she decided she was going to take us on a picnic yesterday. And I am not kidding. This is like upper crust, the people who live in the big mansion want to take you on a picnic. Because we went to the most beautiful spot on what's the name of the river?
The Indian River.
The Indian River, which separates the mainland, Cocoa, where we are, from Merritt Island, which is where Cocoa Beach is. And if you know anything about I Dream of Jeannie, if you're under 40, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I Dream of Jeannie was set in Cocoa Beach because it had an astronaut, and Cape Canaveral is right up the road. That's where all the rockets get shot up. So we went on this picnic, and she got everything at Dollar Tree. No kidding. Yep. These little baskets with beautiful napkin and croissants with chicken salad in them, and then she made these little parfaits with banana pudding. Was it banana pudding?
It was vanilla pudding.
Vanilla pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It had blueberries and pecans
and peaches.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. So perfect little picnic. And let's see what else. Oh, we watched The Curious Case of Benjamin Button last night.
So good. Highly recommend.
Oh, it is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I have to say, we were sitting there and I looked at her and I said, he is just beautiful.
Of course I agreed.
Yes, we were talking about Brad Pitt.
Of course I agreed because
but it's always been one of
specimen.
He is. Oh, I don't know. As a person, I don't care. He's pretty to look at. But that movie is one of my very top movies of all time, if not the top. And she'd never seen it before, so I thought she's either going to be bored to tears or she's going to love it, because that story is about two lives that go like this. And it's just, I cried at the end again. I'd totally forgotten the whole movie. And
I wasn't bored to tears. I was crying to tears. I was loving it to tears. It was so good. So, if you've not seen it, you need to.
It's an older movie, but look it up. You can watch it on, what did we watch it on?
Paramount?
Oh, Prime. Yeah, it was on Prime. Okay. We also went thrifting.
We did.
We did. And we went to, here is something you will probably not know. This woman knows about makeup. Would you ever think that? I mean, she's all about sewing, so she's always talking about sewing, and she'll talk about the farm. She knows about makeup. I mean, to the point where I would go, well, what do you think? I need a cream foundation. What do you think? Because I don't know anything about makeup. I'm the, hit kid from Southern Ohio that didn't even know to put lotion on her legs when she was in high school. But she knows about that stuff. And she was like, I'm like, well, which one's the best? And she's like, well, is this the right color for me? And I'm thinking, I'm not even at the color thing. I'm just still going, tell me which one to buy. So that's been fun. We went to Ulta a couple of times and got really expensive makeup that we then decided, let's get the middle of the road makeup. So that was fun. And I got makeup lessons from her, and I watched some YouTube videos, so now I'm a genius about makeup. No, not really. I have no idea.
I always thought your makeup was great, so
Oh,
I don't
it's
think you're
no makeup.
as ignorant as you think you are
I
about
didn't even
makeup.
start wearing moisturizer until I was like 30. Okay, and then here's the penultimate was ice cream.
Oh yes.
Ice cream.
The ice cream.
Ice cream. That's probably all I need to say. But we've been going to Merritt Island and getting the
Nice.
Dairy Queen ice
Yeah.
cream. It's the Dairy Queen that is no longer a Dairy Queen, but we don't care because they've got
We call
all
it
of
that.
It's the same stuff.
All the food is the same.
Yes. And the only thing different that I did this time was not make a mess and try and race the ice cream. Because if you get a dip cone, you know, that hard shell chocolate on top, which I absolutely adore.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
you
good.
do that and then the ice cream in it starts to melt and then you're chasing the ice cream trying to not get ice
Get it
cream all over your
everywhere.
hand. So I got a cup and I dumped it upside down. So you get all of the flavor and all of the fun without all of the
The race.
sticky all over your
Yeah.
hands. So that's been, we'll probably do that again probably tonight.
Probably today. Yeah. I'm sure
There are
we will
two other ice cream places that we have not
Not
gone
tried.
yet.
Mhm.
She's talked about them and so we may try them.
Yeah, we may try
We
Tasty
may.
Freeze for a change.
Mm.
You never know
We-
what we might end up doing.
No.
We could go completely off course
Yeah.
and do something else, but there will be ice cream
Yeah.
in the near future.
Yes. Yes, there will. Yes, there will. We went to Hobby Lobby and picked up some patterns because they're $2.99. I think they're getting rid of all their McCall's patterns, so they were cheap. And we really didn't need patterns, neither one of
No,
us. But
I just
she
bought
got
one.
I got some patterns, and I got a little bit of fabric. But yeah, we got into a conversation with the lady who was cutting the fabric. Well, for one thing, she started a conversation when we were looking at the pattern catalogs, and we didn't care. We didn't care. She just started talking. She was one of those people that just starts chatting. And then we, of course, you know, start participating in the conversation, which means she keeps chatting. She finally went away, and then we went over to the cutting table, and we get into this discussion about who has bought the major pattern companies.
Yes.
And what is going on with that? And she's going, oh, yeah, they're all under Simplicity now. They're all going to be reissued as Simplicity. I'm going, this woman does not know what
I
she's
don't
talking
think
about.
she-
That is
yeah.
not what we have heard. And
yeah,
we
that's
are
not anything like we've heard.
we have sources. I mean, come on. If you've been watching YouTube lately and you're in the sewing community, you know what's going on. We watch Mimi G. She's the
Right.
she's the genius expert. She knows everything. And so this woman did not know what she was talking. We walk away with our fabric and our patterns, and we're walking
We're
up
like-
to the cash register, and we're going, she did
doesn't know
not know what
what
she
she's
was talking
talking
about. Oh my gosh, it was funny. It was funny. So that those are some of the highlights of this week. I'm going to be sad to go home.
I'm going to be
really
sad to
am.
let you go.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with myself from now on?
No, what am I going to do with myself? You know,
We set up our sewing machines.
We
We
did
had
in
2
here.
sewing machines and 2 sergers going in here in the sewing room. And we just did our sewing and talking and laughing and crying and cussing, and we just did it all right here in my little sewing room.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Most of the
enjoyable
cussing and
stuff.
crying had to do with a serger that she has. She said, I'm going to give that thing away. And I thought, you know, Jenny the Conqueror.
She's got to take it apart.
So I did.
Yeah,
I got in there. It was just needed to be threaded. But oh my gosh, could they have made that any
harder.
more difficult? I mean, I YouTubed it. I looked. I'm like, what do you have to do? Who? My kingdom for a person that knows how to thread this serger. It was like they made it the absolute most difficult they could. Like
They
you had to
truly did.
stand on your head on a Tuesday with
with
you
some
know.
long tweezers,
Oh, God, it was
upside
awful.
down. Yes.
But
That's why I was
makes it-
getting rid of it.
The thing is, that's what makes it all the sweeter once you get it done. And it was only, what was it, the lower looper or something? I don't know. It's the one that's got that thing that moves like this.
The
and you
hardest
have to
one
go
to get
back
through,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. It was, yeah. It's a Janome serger. Do not buy it. But it sews
Sews like a
beautifully.
dream.
It
Sews
really
like a
does.
dream.
So once we got it, you know, threaded, it was fine. And then I went to change the thread, and I'm going, pray for me. Oh, please, God, don't make me have to thread this thing again. But it works.
Yeah, you got to
And now
cut
you're
it
gonna
off.
keep it.
I'm going to keep it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to
Yeah.
leave it with the white thread in it and use it.
Yeah.
So I may not be getting rid of it so
No.
soon.
No. And I
Until
forget
it
what
comes
the-
unthreaded somehow, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
off to the thrift store with
Take
it.
it to be serviced and go and thread that while you're at
Yeah.
it. Because it was hard. What else did what? Was that the only thing I cried about? I think maybe
You
it
took
was.
apart. You helped me figure out my surgery because it was had a funky
yes.
loop going on it.
Yes.
And we finally figured that out.
She has a brand new Baby Lock Acclaim, and it was not, the stitch was off.
It's stitching right.
And we couldn't figure out, and I'm like, that's the kind of machine, Baby Lock makes them so it's automatic tension. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, if you just give me a tension disc, I can probably fix that. But we YouTubed it, of course, University of YouTube, and we figured it out.
And we figured it out, and it was just the flip of a switch.
Yeah.
It was just A, B, C, D, and I was on C, and it needed to be on A. And so that fixed it. It's sewing beautifully now.
Yeah. So some of it was that, but more of it. I put some pockets in a dress that I had gotten from Amazon. It was given to me for review, and I didn't have pockets, and I thought, well, we can't have that. So I just put some little sightseeing pockets in it, and I used that serger that didn't work, and now it does. I may have, seam ripper. Of course, I had that out.
If there's anything that's not working right, invite Jen over, because she can't stand it. She is the conqueror.
I can't stand
and
it.
she has to figure out what's wrong, and she'll do all the research for you.
Oh my gosh.
She'll fix it for you. She's like a doctor going scalpel,
Yeah.
sponge,
Yeah.
needle,
Reuse,
and I just hand
mend,
it to her.
Upcycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. It's not that I'm a genius. I just won't let it go, to my detriment very often.
But to my benefit.
Yeah. Another thing I learned was I was describing the waistline that I like on skirts now, and she goes, that's a Hollywood waist. It's like when Katharine Hepburn would wear the high-waisted trousers, and they'd come up, they wouldn't have a waistband, but they'd just come up like this, and the waistband would be darted in to fit. And oh my gosh, it's not like those little skirts that have like a bias binding that cuts you in half. No. It comes up high and it
follows
fits.
your body.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. You get that fitted look without a yoga waistband.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to QVC for letting me know that was
That
a
was a
Hollywood
Hollywood
waist.
waist.
This is what happens
Yeah.
when you have QVC running in the
Yeah.
background and
Yeah.
you're sewing and listening, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I learned that there.
Yeah. So it's been a busy week.
It has been
We've been going.
good and busy.
Well, I am going to move into a little bit of Jesus. So if that's not for you, as usual, thank you so much for being here. I love it when you come and listen to me yammer on about sewing and life and all the things. And this was kind of a long one because a lot went on. But thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next time. For those of you who stuck around for a little bit of Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very patient with me. She pulled, I have a stack of cards that I brought with me, and I fanned them all out, and I said, okay, pick one, and she picked this one. This is from Psalm 46:1, and it says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in times of trouble.
Amen.
Part of visiting with your BFF or someone that thinks just like you do uses the same phrases that you use, like, the little times when you use some offhanded phrase and you go, I know exactly what she's talking. I was thinking the same thing. When you are with a person like that, you end up talking about everything in the entire universe. We talk about family, we talk about politics, we talk about people, we talk about, I don't know,
Everything.
history, our lives before we knew each other, before kids, all kinds of things. And so, when you go through your life like that, you end up talking about a lot of trouble. There were a lot of troubled times, and we talked about that. And I think when you do that with a friend, it just tells you, number one, how God got them through, and they talk about what they learned. And secondly, you understand how strong they are. You begin to see in real life, you can read it here, but you begin to see it fleshed out the way in a person that God has worked and God has strengthened them. And, for the things to come, because we know very well, difficult things are going to come.
Happen.
And this past year has been really tough for you.
Yeah,
And
I had a difficult year this past year.
But she doesn't minimize it, but she doesn't capitalize it on either. Like she knows it was a big deal. We all know it was a big deal. And let's talk about fabric. It's not like she's avoiding the subject, But I look at that and I think, man, God used those things in your life to strengthen you and to give you the ability to walk with Him through those real times of trouble, because he's our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble.
Yeah.
And the same with me. You know, I was able to talk with her about a lot of things. So that's just good to keep in mind. If you want to be reminded of this, spend some time with one of your best friends and see what happens. I think you'll be reminded and you'll go, gosh, my life it's hard at times, but it's good. It's good because when, you know, it's another thing we were talking about, when there's less of us, there's more of God.
Mm-hmm.
And what do? You depend on God, because what else is there? So.
Yeah, when you're worn down to a nub and you've tried everything and it's hopeless, God is the only thing left. And that's when you reach out, and that's when He's waiting. He's just been waiting for that moment for you to go, okay, you can have this because I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and
He
it
is
does
our
make
refuge
you
and
stronger
strength. Yeah.
and smarter to let it go. And usually things turn out right.
Well, very present help in times of trouble. So we will leave it at that. And thank you so much for being here. As always,
Yes.
You all know how much I love you and care for you and pray for you. And I guess, I will be back with a pattern haul, a substantial one, and a couple of refashions soon. So until then, I will see you, and I will be enjoying myself here and having ice
We'll
cream.
be having fun eating ice cream.